Hello there and welcome to my channel Novice Modelling in the Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy and today, for some bizarre reason, I thought it would be mildly amusing or interesting to go through my top 20 favourite kits from my stash. Now those of you that have been following me for a while might kind of realise that I've gone a bit to town on this model collecting, and I have around about 800 kits currently in my stash, of which around about 300 are 135 scale. So I kind of thought we'd have a look at the 135s today, and I'll just give you a little bit of information maybe on why I have them or why I decided to buy them. I have actually realised that since going through them, I'm a little bit light on armoured kits like tanks and things. There seems to be, I actually have more trucks than I have tanks, which is kind of bizarre. But maybe we just need to go and buy some more armour at some point. So anyway, we're going to start off with this kind of rare Tamiya, which is a German Type 82 Kugelwagen with figures from the Ramke Parachute Brigade, which is kit number 35304. There's a lesson with this one, basically, that you shouldn't go overboard when buying stuff off eBay, and you should always read the description and the information correctly, because I totally didn't see it when I bought this, and I paid about 30 quid for it, that it said used. And what does used mean? Well, used means that it's been kind of built not very well, and the figures are put together with a bit of excess glue on them, so that's all going to need rectifying, can we say. But as far as the kit goes, it's kind of a cool one, I think. So let's just zoom this out and we'll put them there. So that one's number 20. Number 19 on my top 20 list is my Hobby Boss Skoda PA2 Turtle, which is a Czechoslovakian armoured car. This one taken in hand by the Germans, and apart from the rather awesome camouflage on it, it's one of the weirdest looking things I've seen, and I just had to have it, basically. It's just one of them, isn't it? So yeah. So next up we have a Dragon. This is an armoured quarter-ton 4x4 truck, and obviously it's just a bog standard Jeep, but it kind of shows the example of what armies went through when they were fighting wars, and just sort of making things up as they went along. And this is just basically a Jeep with a bloody big cannon on it that's had some armour plating attached to it in the field, and apparently they were quite successful. You can also get a flamethrower variant of that, I believe, as well. And next up we have the Italeri 6530 AS2 42 Sahariana, which is a Italian desert patrol car based on the chassis of the, I think it's the AS42 armoured car. So that's something that was developed especially for desert patrol, and I kind of like the war in the North African desert. My granddad served there back in the day, and I just kind of like the look of that. I mean, it's just really cool looking, and it's pretty big as well. It's, you know, it's about the size of a tank. It's huge. So that was another one that I kind of liked. So that's number what's that one? 17. There have been kit reviews on that one and that one that you can go and check out. There'll be a link somewhere around about here at the end of the video, so you can go and have a look at all the kit reviews that we've done. There's about 110 135s, I think, at the moment. Another one of my favourites, this is number 16 on my top list. This is the Japanese Kuragani 4x4 Imperial Japanese Army Type 95 Scout Car. So it's basically the Japanese equivalent of a Jeep, made by Fine Molds, and this is kit number FM50. And a few people have seen this online with one of the unboxings, and it's been kind of compared to Noddy's car, if you're in the UK and remember Noddy. And I must admit, if I painted it red and yellow, it kind of would look a little bit like that. So that's another one that I kind of like. I do have some quite obscure and bizarre vehicles in my stash. This being one of them. I'm going to try and read this out. Versuchs Flakwagen for 8.8 centimeter Flak 37 Alf Sonderfahrgestell PZ SFI 4C. And this is by Bronco, and this is CB35174. And what this is like, I believe it's a custom chassis with an 8.8 centimetre anti-aircraft gun put on it. And there wasn't many of these made. It's really obscure and bizarre, but it seems like a whole load of effort to mount an 88 on, you know. And I don't think it was very successful, but it's just kind of weird and just shows how literally the German army just kind of went off track with developing bizarre weapons. I kind of like this one. Obviously this is just a car, it's a Packard 12, model 1936, but as you can see it's a Soviet leader's car with passengers, and this actually comes with Stalin and Beria and a few more of his dudes. And I just think it's kind of ironic, you know, the leader of the communist world basically couldn't drive around without his capitalist limo made by the Americans, and you know, driving around in the car of the bourgeoisie, or however you say it, and telling everybody they have to live on potatoes it's quite weird, I think. So that's a good one. I have a whole bunch of these Miniart 135 scale Type 170 cars and vans. These are some of the first kits that I bought, and I thought I'd include this one because I kind of like a beer when I'm building kits, and it's a beer delivery van basically with a dent on it, so it's just something different from doing an AFV, I suppose. But I kind of like that one, and these come with a variety of different colourways to do as well. Next off, again, I said I like trucks, I wasn't lying. We've got a Bedford QL tanker by IBG. This is 35014, and I just think this is really cute. I don't know why. It just looks like a little toy or something. And yeah, I've got a bunch of these IBG trucks. I've never built one as yet, but they do look rather complicated, but they do offer some really interesting options. Let's just pop that one there. Next up we have an armour kit. This is probably my favourite Russian weapon of World War II, the Su-85 with crew. Miniart again, very complicated. I have a Tamiya version of this as well, which I'll be building at some point relatively shortly, hopefully. And this one I'll be getting saved for when I'm a little bit more competent. I think I only paid about £22 for this. It was pre-loved, and I just think that's a really cool looking vehicle. Obviously on the chassis of the T34. Again, cuteness plays a big thing. Jagdpanzer 38T Hetsza, the little anti-tank gun by the Germans, and I just think that's a cute but deadly little tank that was very, very successful, using, you know, cobbled together from an old chassis basically of a pre-war vehicle, and was pretty successful by all accounts in doing what it was set out to achieving what it was set out to do. I have to put some armour in. I know you guys like armour. Next up we have another Miniart. This is the Lithuanian city building from their diorama buildings range, which is currently deleted, and there's loads and loads of these that you could get. Now they are very, very hard to find, and I consider myself lucky to have, I think, 15 or 16 of these buildings. So I had to put one of these in, but this is the favourite purely based on price. I bought this in a bundle of kits for about £75, and I think it worked out at £4 per kit. Now some of them were just bog standard Tamiya infantries, but effectively this cost me £4, and these can go for anything from 30 to, well, £60, these sort of things. So that's why that one got into our top 20. Next up, what have we got here? We've got the Opal Blitz. This is number 8 on my list. This is the 3.6/47 Blitz Omnibus Stabswagen by Roden. Kit number 810. And this is a converted bus, obviously. And as you can see, it's got metal panels on the sides. It's had all the seating ripped out, and it's basically an officer's transportation and communications and meeting vehicle. And, you know, again, it's showing how utilitarian everyday vehicles were adapted to make military a useful military vehicle. So that one is number 6. I'm not far off now. Sorry, the Blitz was number 8. So 7 in my top 20 is the Gecko Models Bedford MWC 1500 weight 4x2 250 gallon water bowser and truck, which is kit number 35G M0031. And this one was actually captured by the Germans and pushed into use as a anti-tank towing vehicle. And again, I like trucks, what can I say? Gecko models are apparently pretty difficult, and I have actually done a review on this, and there's loads of parts in it. Lots of options as well though. So yeah, that's why that one came to me. I just thought that's interesting. Got a nice camo pattern on it as well. So what are we on here? Number 6, another Bronco kit. This is the 7.62 centimeter FK36R. That one there, the 5T Diana, which is on a SDKFZ 6-ton half track, and it's a 7.62 centimeter captured Russian anti-tank gun mounted in an armored box on the back. And again, this is a sort of cobbled together vehicle that the Germans used in the African desert, made from captured vehicles and old bits of armor plating. I think there was only about 20 of these made. They were relatively successful in bolstering the German attack and defensive line in Africa. But again, kind of interesting kit, you know. It's great that we've got so many manufacturers putting these interesting kits out these days. Next up, got an ICM. This is the kit number DS3512, World War II Red Army Rocket Artillery. Now, again, interesting for this one for me. These are British Lend-Lease trucks sent to Russia. This one's obviously had a Katyusha put on it, and it comes with the 4 figures and I think a driver as well. And the reason this one's in is this cost me 30 quid with the postage, and the trucks separately cost about £30 each. And you actually get all the extra parts to just make these into trucks. So there's just so many options with this kit. And for the money that I paid, I don't think you can get it for this price now. This goes for about £40–50. But there's so many options with these sort of things. You know, to just ditch the Katyusha and maybe put it on something else. And just do this as something else. In British or, you know, somebody else utilising it. And because it was only 30 quid, I ended up buying 3 of them. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that, whether that was the same thing to do. So here we go now, on number 4. This is the Thunder model, British Scammo Pioneer tank transporter, 30 ton. And as you can see, this comes with the swan neck trailer. And very complicated. Marginally expensive, I think it was about £45. But, you know, imagine that with a Matilda or a Sherman on the back for a diorama. That would look awesome. Totally beyond my skill level, though, unfortunately, at the moment. Number 3 on our list is the LRDG Command Car. This is the Masterbox Add 2 version with the Masterbox LRDG figures. There's a couple of these that kind of are available. You can get another one with a Italian anti-aircraft gun in tow, and you can obviously get the standard LRDG truck from Tamiya. But these are deleted and very hard to find and do go for a premium. I kind of like this one. I always wanted one of these, and I've got 2 of them. And this actually led me to meet Mikey of the famous Model Barn, because I bought this off him, off eBay, before I'd even met him, and that's kind of how we met. So, yeah, that's number 3. Number 2. Here we go. The Schnellboot. Italeri S26 S38 in the 135 scale. Yeah, it almost made it to number 1, but there's something else that I kind of like a little bit better than this. I mean, this is just an awesome, huge kit. I mean, it is literally that big. Again, beyond my skills, and I've literally got nowhere to put this when I build it at the moment. So at some point in the future, we'll get onto this one and give it a go. But it's something that's going to take a long time to build, but I just had to have it. What can I say? So that was number 2. And number 1 in my top 20 kits is my Rammels Mammoth DAK DAC AEC armoured car, Dorchester staff wagon, basically. captured from the British in North Africa. You can actually get this from AFV Club. This is a 35235 as the British version. And this is my favourite kit because basically it's one of the first ones, major vehicles that I bought. And I actually went all the way, and I've got all the vehicles in the background, including the 135 Stork by Hobby Boss, I think it is, to actually do this at some future point, many years down the road, I suppose, to do it as the full diorama setup with these figures. So there we go, that's my top 20. Is there any there that you like? Most of these, like I said, have been featured as what's in the box kit reviews. So you can click here in a second and you can go and have a look for them. And maybe you might decide you want to buy one of these as well. Although some of them, kind of hard to come by. Might take a while. So thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And I will be doing a top 20 of my 172nd kits at some future point, maybe within a few days or a couple of weeks. So do tune in, and please do remember to like and subscribe. And as always, be seeing you.